Happy Sunday for me. It is currently Sunday. It is the day of rest. I'm going to be doing a little Sunday vlog of some peaceful habits that I've kind of implemented this year that have really kind of just grounded me and made me feel better. Noah is actually out of town, so I'm here alone. It's just going to be a little Sunday to myself, a very peaceful Sunday to myself, and I'm really excited. I ended up getting an show. This one is so nice. It has like a screen, it has really beautiful colors, it has like the time. It's not just a speaker, it actually has some sort of decoration, if you will. So it has the 8-inch HD smart display as well as the itself. And then I picked up some lighting. So the bulbs that I got are the Sangled Smart Wi-Fi LED bulbs. And then I picked up a string light system. So this one is the Smart Wi-Fi LED light strip. And then I picked up a smart plug, and this is just like the Amazon brand. I went ahead and switched out all of my light bulbs with the Wi-Fi bulbs. It's insane. So basically you plug it in, turn on the light, and then it pops up on the app, the Sangled app, and you can connect it to your Wi-Fi, which connects it to Alexa. And it's just insane at this technology that we have nowadays. I feel like a little old woman. And then I set the string lights up around my TV, so it gives like a really like cool, almost cinematic look. I feel like I'm in a movie theater now when I watch my TV. You can change the colors on that one. And then as for the actual smart plug, if you have something that is not a smart bulb, like for example, I put the bulbs in like these lamps here, I don't need like a specific outlet. It's just the bulb itself that's like smart. All the other stuff, like for example, the string lights that I have around my tree in my living room, those aren't smart lights, but I plugged the plug in and then plugged the light into that smart plug, and now it's smart. I feel like I'm living in a futuristic world, and it was so easy. I was shocked at how easy it was. So now I can literally turn on any light in my house. I can turn on all the lights. I can set like routines for my house. For example, I have like a night routine. So if I say turn on the night lights, okay, you can't tell, but that one popped on, the other one popped on a specific brightness. That's another thing, you can adjust the brightness to make it like more cozy. Turn off all the lights. Okay. And she turned them all off. Apparently, you can set like your alarm in the morning if you need to wake up early. The lights will adjust the brightness level to wake you up, which is great. It's way better than that. I need to get one more plug. I actually bought more bulbs and another plug because I want my whole house to be like this. But I want to set my starlight and my fireplace, and I want to make like a cozy, I want to say editing zone, but I'm going to make it like a work routine, like night work routine, where it's just like all the cozy vibes and the brightness is kind of like a little bit lower. When you leave, it turns off. When you come back, the lights can turn on. You can play music when you get in your house. Like you're literally being introduced by this great. There's just so much ease and simplicity, and it really does open up those little pockets of space for you to kind of not worry or stress or anything like that. And like I said, it doesn't seem like a lot, but trust me, it is. When you have those little pockets of space in your day, you can just fill it with more important things or stress management or rest or whatever. It's great. So I will link all the information about my specific and then like the smart home stuff and the bulbs in the description box. You can get everything on Amazon. It is really, really cool, and we're gonna use it and play with it today, so I'm really excited. For today, like I said, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys some of my peaceful habits, things that have just brought me little happiness and just stress-free moments. It is around 9:20. Something that I've been doing this year is getting ready, whether that's like just changing my clothes, putting on like eyebrows or something, setting up my space to be like really clean. And I've been upkeeping with my cleaning and not starting the day off with the wrong footing. So I'm gonna go change, get my makeup done, I'm gonna make my bed, do my little dishes real quick, and kind of just go through my little morning routine. I'm all dressed up. Not really. I just threw on a shirt and some jeans and some concealer, eyebrows, and a little bit mascara. Nothing too crazy, but I feel better. I notice when I don't get ready or I don't get on my PJs or I don't make my bed, it affects me. Really weird. So I'm gonna make some breakfast. I watch Elevation Church every Sunday. It is something that I honestly crave now and I need it in my life. It just does a really good job at taking the Bible and sharing the stories and what you can take from the Bible in a really contemporary way. It applies to everyday life and it's not outdated. I just love the verdicts and I love Elevation and I'm so excited. I really get excited now. It really brings me so much peace and joy and love, and it just like makes me want to be better for myself, for other people, and it's just a really good thing that I've incorporated into my life last year that I have been doing and making a point to do this year. That should come on around like 10 is when he comes on. You can watch it live on their YouTube channel. That's what I do. I think they're based in like North Carolina or something like that. But I'm gonna make me some breakfast. I'm gonna do an acai bowl. Oh my god, I don't have almond milk. Okay, I do. One frozen banana, frozen bulk of acai, and then a scoop of peanut butter. And I typically would do almond milk, but I only have this other weird plant-based milk, so we're gonna do a little bit of that. Blend it up, call it a day, throw on some granola.
We're all reductionists. That's when we take something that's incredibly complicated and make it sound so simple. Sometimes I have noticed that I oversimplify what is actually very complicated, but then I also sometimes overcomplicate what is really pretty simple. When you read the Bible, the biggest mistake that you can make is to think you already know what you're reading. You can't take all of the tension out of the truth. Well, you can, but you're not going to have a strong faith that way. You'll be weak. Then anytime something happens that doesn't clearly fit your version of the truth, then you won't have any shield to protect you from the attacks of the enemy.
I just finished and it was such a good message. It was so funny. He made me laugh so much today. I'll link it down below for you guys. I'm not like in any way trying to preach or anything or try to get you to like convert. Your journey's your journey, I'm just saying, and trying to spread as much good as I can. He said something that really spoke to me. He was like, sometimes things are left out of your story, but that's what makes your story. So he did like this thing with the guy who does the piano, and he was like, play the scale. I don't know much about music, but it's like all the keys in one line, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then he's like, we'll leave out 2 and 4. He left out certain parts of the scale, so the guy had skipped over them, and it made like a song. The piano with everything in it is a scale, but when you take out some keys, that changes it to a song. If you ever feel like your life has something missing, that's what makes you and guides you towards like your purpose in life and like your story. An example he said was like, if you didn't have a dad to teach you X, Y, and Z, but that's part of the space that creates your story. He called it grace space. What is your grace space? And then he also kind of referred to leaving out the bad, knowing that you're bigger than labels, the shame, the resentment, like any like negative things that you say, to just leave that out. There's a verse in the Bible, Luke 15:20. It says, and he arose and came to his father. He saw him and ran and embraced him. The father ran and embraced his son. And I don't know much about the story, but the son wasn't good or something. He did something bad, so he shouldn't have. But the father only saw the good. And that's how I think a lot of religious people think God sees you. I think that's your true identity. I don't think you are what the world places on you. Like, you come into this earth with like, as just a human being, pure bliss, nothing, like you have no labels attached to you, you have no guilt, you have no shame, you have nothing. If God sees you in like this way, you should see yourself like that as well. So leave the regret out, leave the resentment out, leave the anger out, leave the past out, leave the shame out. And then there's another verse, get rid of the old yeast so that you may be a new unleavened batch. I googled a little bit more of that verse, and it basically meant like you're a fresh batch of dough without yeast, which is like your soul, like who you really are without all that stuff. Basically, don't let the bad cost you the good, and don't let it define you and stray you from like your true identity and your true story. It was just a really good message. I really liked it. I thought it was great. When you remove these things, you have room to receive more. I think you're bigger than your persona. I think you're bigger than your layer, your labels. When you leave all that out, your true identity comes. And he said something too. He's like, life happens in the transition. So those things that are left out is what makes the story. You're making room for that grace space. You're getting rid and shedding of that lack of pureness within yourself, if that makes any sense. That's what I got from it. So I love this, listening to Elevation Church. I'm really focusing on something that's bigger than me. Journaling and praying and meditating. It really just like connects me to something that is just a feeling I can only describe as bliss, and almost like detaches me from this physical world that we're in and like everything that it comes with. Like there's a lot of good in the physical world, but there's also some things that causes me exhaustion, if you will. So like I've adopted this new thing where I do this every Sunday, and then every single morning I do a journal. Like I journal a little bit. This is just more of a fun one. It asks you a question a day, and it's a 5-year journal. And then this one is a gratitude journal that I found on Amazon. There's a morning meditation every morning, and then there's an evening reflection towards the end of the night. So I'm probably gonna do a little bit of that right now, and then I'm gonna go take a walk with my friend just to get out of the house a little bit and be around somebody. And I need to like clean my apartment. I always clean on Sundays. I'm gonna go grocery shopping, just a few like little things that I need to get done today just because it's Sunday. So yeah. It is currently nighttime, as you can tell. I went ahead and got into my PJs. I was gonna take a bath and make it like a super cozy part of the vlog. I got like bath bombs and everything, but I got like a nasty blister today. My whole chunk of skin fell off here. It's gross and it burns, so I'm not putting it in water. I'm just gonna let it air dry. But I did make my place nice and cozy. I got my starlight on. I put all my little cozy lamps on. Well, I did. I don't want to set anyone else's off, but she did it for me. Cleaning my day is something I always did on Sundays, and that's something that just sets me up for such a great start to the week because I don't have anything else to focus on and I wake up feeling fresh and clean and like decluttered. Also planning my week, but not too crazy. We all learned last year that not to plan anything too crazy, because I feel like that does the opposite, where you end up going like nuts because you're like too diplomatic with your planning and you're too strict. You probably know, but I changed my uploading schedule to Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. I sat down with myself at the end of last year and decided like, what do I want my takeaway from my videos to be? Like, why am I doing what I'm doing? And I like motivating people. I like having humanizing experiences with you guys. I know you guys really like my lifestyle, and I like lifestyle stuff. I came up with this video schedule that every Sunday is going to be motivation, because everyone needs motivation on Sundays. Mondays are going to be like more humanizing and calm and just like connection to like each other. Wednesday is going to be more like lifestyle and like my life. Monday you can start off feeling good and happy, and that's what this vlog is. It's going to be an inspiration one. These are all habits that I personally use in my life to feel better, and it just like makes me feel good, and I want you guys to feel good. I have all my videos scheduled for next week. I've also been keeping up with my workout routine. So I work out Monday through Wednesday, and then I take off Thursday for like a little reset, and then I work out on Friday, something like very chill, and then Saturday, Sunday I don't work out, but starting Monday I like to do cardio. I feel like starting a Monday with cardio just like gives me all the endorphins. I sweat. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, I will typically either do like arms and abs or legs and booty. And then I've been doing my back, just more strength training, and I'm really trying to focus on like building more muscle and eating more. I want to film like a what I eat in a week, but I need to get my diet in check again. I also ordered some groceries. Those are coming in tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and take off my makeup. I'll show you guys something that I've been doing with my skin that has been making it so nice. It's very nice. Little inside joke. My brother taught me. I'm gonna show you guys. It's so cheap, so easy, and it's making my skin flawless. Skincare secret. All you need is an aloe vera plant. You can get this at pretty much any supermarket, and they're not expensive at all. So I get mine from Whole Foods. It's $2.99, and you get a lot. What you do is I'm gonna basically cut this nice and juicy. That's the stuff that we want. Cut the top layer off. Be careful, don't cut yourself. My brother said cut it first into smaller chunks. That's easier. And then I'm gonna take off like little chunks of just the inside part, like this sticky stuff here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna freeze them into like little cubes. I have them in this little baggie here, and I'm gonna just pop them in the freezer. That's where it gets nice and good. If you have a little like ice tray, I think it's better to put them in there, but I don't. So I'm just gonna put them in this, and they end up looking like little ice cubes. They only have aloe, and it's a nice little facial, and it's so cool on your face. So what I do, and what Noah and I have been doing, is we just like rub it like this until it melts, and it gives you like a nice little facial. It helps with sunburn. It's also anti-inflammatory. It helps moisturize your skin. It boosts the healing of wounds. It fights aging. It helps reduce acne, lightens the blemishes. It's also really good for your hair and your scalp. It makes my skin radiant the next morning. Just a little self-care DIY. I am headed to bed. It is around 9:30. I like to read before bed. I also do like my little meditation like evening routine. This is a really great book. I got this on Amazon. I'll link it down below for you guys. But there's a morning meditation, and then there's an evening reflection, which I find so nice. Like, I feel like meditation for me is like more quiet time, like quiet space to kind of just focus internally, whether that's praying and watching church, doing like the meditations like this, actually doing a meditation like a guided meditation on YouTube, just me time. Quiet me time where I kind of just zone into like my pure self. So the morning meditation one is kind of just intentions or affirmations and gratitude and just starting on a positive note, whereas the evening reflection kind of generally talks about like reflecting on your day, how you felt, things that you did to make a positive difference, and a positive thought to carry you to sleep. It's a really great thing that I have been starting my day off super positive, but also ending it really grateful and thankful. This thing has been amazing for my mental health. I've also been keeping up with my reading, so I'm back to reading a nonfiction and a fiction book every single month. So I'll typically read my nonfiction books in the mornings, or like if I just have time during the day. This is more like motivation. It gets my mind going, so I can't read it at night. But the one that I'm currently reading right now is called The Happiness Project, and to be quite honest with you guys, I'm not too much of a fan. She has some good points, and the way that she organizes it, I'm only halfway through too, so I can't like judge it completely. The way she like organizes her thoughts, I really do like and understand. My type A personality loves that part, but it's just more about her life, and no offense, like I don't really care about her life. Like I was more like looking for things to implement in my life, so it's just more about her and how she's using these things, but hopefully it'll like tie together at the end. I'll keep you guys posted on my Goodreads. But for the fiction book that I'm reading, it's The Vanishing Half. This one is so good. I haven't read too much of it yet, but I like her style and I like the story. It's very like catching and it sticks with you. It's really entertaining too. It's one of those books where like you don't know that you're like reading, like you just keep going and going and going, and you're like, holy crap, I just read so much. It's been on so many like to read lists. I think last year was like one of the best books of the whole entire year. I'll leave these linked down below as well if you guys want to read them along with me. I'm headed to bed. I'm getting a little bit tired. I typically will read with like my reading light on. I just like clip it onto my book and then I pop the light on like this. Because I can't read with a light on. I find that I don't sleep as well. Having like a dimmer lighting is great. And now that I have my Alexa, I can be like, turn Nay's light brightness down.
Okay.
I can dim it. Or turn Nay's light off.
Okay.
It's just really nice because it's such a great way to fall asleep. I sleep better because I'm not like doing anything to make my mind go, whether that's like using technology or bright lights or anything like that. And I typically will like slowly glide to sleep. And I always either have to turn off my little reading light and set my book aside and turn off my lamp. I don't know why, but that just jolts me back awake. And I'm like, okay, well, I was just zen for like 2 seconds. Now I can just tell Miss Alexa to do it for me. I'm gonna head to bed, read a little bit, and wrap this vlog up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys feel inspired to kind of create some more Zen habits, if you will, for your everyday life to improve your mental health and your well-being. All these things are really great ways to take with me the slow pace, I guess, if you will, and the self-care, self-love aspect of 2020 that we all kind of got. We were forced to sit with ourselves and forced to have quiet time and forced to deal with our thoughts. And I think it's very important to have that space when your life is still going. Like, being productive and working and all this like external sources that I feel like are gonna come back this year slowly, it just feels better and I feel mentally less foggy. And I'm happier. I'm really, really happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys all in Wednesday's video. Good night.